Is email marketing an important strategy for your business? Well, I'm not here to do an entire video about why it isn't, so absolutely, stick around. I'm going to share with you why email marketing, although it might seem like an old school way of communicating, is still alive and well in today's marketing strategies. Okay, let's face it. Do emails seem like an old school way of doing business? Yes. But the reality is that it's still the most common form of communication out there. How else are you going to get your message across to your customer base and potential customers? Right? Social media just doesn't cut it. The reality is that when you make a post on Instagram or Facebook, only 5% of your total followers are actually seeing any individual post. That's not nearly enough. When you have an actual contact information, such as an email or a phone number, we'll talk about text messaging, now you can actually send a message that's going to be seen by, or at least received by 100% of your customers. Now, is everybody going to open and read the email? No, but you're still getting the message out to every single one of your customers and giving them the opportunity to read it. And we'll talk about how you can maximize the number of people that do read it through headlines later on in this video. So let's address text messages for a second, because yes, more people will check and read their text messages. The challenge is, number one, it's harder to get people to give you their phone number than it is their email address. And number two is there's a limited amount of information that you can actually give in a text message compared to email. So text message marketing can be very effective depending on what you're doing it for. Email marketing allows you to still have a really full, rich content with images that fit your branding and can provide multiple pieces of information in a way that's very pleasing and easy to read, which is why we still like email marketing as a key component of your communication strategy in today's society. Now, this can happen easily through regular newsletters, right? We all receive them. A newsletter, if you design it nice enough, it's actually appealing. And if you use a great tone of voice, try to keep it less corporate and more friendly, you're going to have more people interested in reading it. Keep it lighthearted. Make sure the information is concise and easy to read, easy to see what's the important information is, what's in it for them, and you'll have the opportunity to have a regular connection with your customers and or potential customers, right? Because the thing with email addresses is obviously you want all the emails of your existing customers so that you have the opportunity to communicate with them about important things happening in your business. But it'd be great to increase your database with potential customers, right? So that you can build that relationship with them and over time sort of invite them to become, right, a more regular customer within your business. That's where the power of email marketing can really lie. So you might want to think of your email list really in two parts, your existing customers and your potential customers, right? And you might have different messages at different times going out to each. When we're talking about the potential customers, you can't just go in with a hard sell, right? You have to start by developing that relationship, letting them see you as a trustworthy company, add value into their world, and eventually, right, once they've become aware of you, they start to like you, they start to trust you, now they might be open to an actual offer to do business with you. So a very different approach that you need to take with that particular customer. So how do we get email addresses, you ask? Well, again, let's look at our two buckets. With existing clients, it should be much easier, right? Depending on your business, you might be able to sort of automatically have them input their email address either to get a receipt or to, book an appointment, and it'll be much more likely to make the case that, we need to have your email on file in case we need to contact you about a product or about a service or about an appointment, whatever the case may be. It's those people that are not customers today that you would like to kind of invite into your world that's more complicated. So let's look at a couple of examples of how we can go and get email addresses of non-customers. Essentially what we want is a hook, right? We need something to hook them in, something to sort of tease them with. And This is often done, you've probably seen it yourself, through freebies, right? Here's a couple of examples. Let's say that you are a salon company. You can have some freebie downloads. Maybe it's a how-to guide, right? 2-page guide, how to maintain your colored hair at home, right? Maybe it's a tutorial video, right? A hairstyling home tutorial video that you've produced. Maybe it's a simple quiz, right? Maybe you have the opportunity for people to fill out a quiz, right, about their hair types, and they get a quick customized recommendation, and they have to obviously enter in their email address in order to receive any of these items. So either to participate in the quiz, or to receive the free tutorial, or to receive the PDF guide, right? Now you just go about marketing these freebies, right? And you can market them through social media. You could market it through your existing clientele and say, hey, share this, with a friend or family member or a colleague who might be interested, and allow those people to receive that information once they provide you with their email address. This is a great tool to kind of hook them in and start building your database so that you have more and more people that you're communicating with. Again, make sure you're not going in with the hard sell, right? These freebies should be lighthearted, easy to read, quick for people to get the information that you're offering them, because it's the starting point of your relationship with them. You want to make it seem like, doing business with you is easy and not overwhelming, right? You're going to want to have a series of emails that you send out to that new customer afterwards that's not just, hey, here's a special offer. It's about introducing yourself as a company, right? Talking about other added value things that you have available for them. Let them sort of start to learn about who you are, because at the end of the day, that's the building of trust and interest that are the stages that are critical before you can expect them to start doing business with you. A super important element of email marketing that I want to close with today is headlines, right? The subject line of your email is so critical to the success of your campaign. It cannot be overlooked, right? You have to put something in there that is short, to the point, and is kind of creating curiosity, right? Making them want to open up that email. The more time you spend on that subject line is going to have a direct impact on the percentage of emails that actually get opened, which in turn, right, now leads you to communicate your message to your readers. So try out different email subject lines. Test them. Even with the exact same email, you could try sending it out in batches with different subject lines, and you can measure, right, the results. Which subject line yielded the best open rate, right? The highest percentage of people that opened the email, and that'll help you learn for future email campaigns what types of headlines or subject lines are the most effective for your business. So hopefully you've learned a little something about the importance of email marketing and some tips on how to maximize your emails and also to maximize getting them read. We challenge you to start building out your database and having regular communication with your clientele. You can start off at the minimum once per month, eventually working your way to once a week, maybe more depending on the size of your business and your clientele. You obviously don't want to be spammy, so be mindful that you're always adding value into their lives, and that's what's going to bring value back to you and your business.